And also I want to extend a special welcome to our faculty advisors that are also here with us and our key clubbers. I thank you so very much and looking forward to have a great meeting with a lineup of presentations and surprises. Let me call it surprises indeed, because you're in for a treat this evening. But to do the official welcome, I'm going to call on President-elect Junior to do so. PE Junior. Well, I'm not hearing PE Junior. Okay, let me just ask, since PE Junior is not on at this time, are there any clubs visiting outside of Jamaica? If not, we move to clubs within Division 25.
Thank you. Good evening. This is DP Denzel from Kiwanis Club of Outameni, Western Jamaica. Currently, I am alone, but I expect others to join, and we're looking forward to a great evening with you.
Thank you very much, DP Denzel. Are there any other clubs from Division 25? If not, I'll move to Division 24. I'll move to Division 23 West. And 23 East. 23 Central. I know we have our faithful interclubbers with us this evening.
Oh, President Paul, how are you doing?
Good evening, Kiwanis Eurydice. I'm good, thanks.
Good. This evening, as you know, I'm from the Kiwanis Club of 23 Central, Surrey Online. And this evening we have 3 members interclubbing with us, with you, LGE Desmond and Secretary LaShawn, and I am co-chair Eurydice. Thank you for inviting.
Yes, welcome and thank you. Thank you very much for being here, Kiwanis Eurydice. Any other clubs from Division 23 Central?
Evening, President Paul, fellow Changemaker President. This is President Dwayne from the Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrew. The last time I checked, there were about 9 of us on, including LGDQ. We're looking forward to a very good meeting. All the best.
Thank you very much, President Dwayne.
Good evening, President Paul.
Good evening, DP Devon.
DP Devon from the Kiwanis Club of Spalding Christians. So far, we have P. Jervis also. They were looking forward for a very informative meeting. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so very much for joining from cool Manchester. Are there any other clubs from Division 23 Central? If not, I'll move to our SLPs. I know we have a lot of them on this evening. So if you could just identify the name of the leader of the delegation and the number of persons, I'll appreciate that in the interest of time. Could you go ahead, please?
Oh, sorry, can go ahead.
No, man, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. This is President Orania from the Blue Moon Park Technical High School Key Club, and we are 10 in numbers, whilst awaiting more members.
Good evening, everyone. This is Lieutenant Governor Richard Thompson from the Mike University College, and we are currently 6 in number.
Are there any other SLPs or key clubbers?
Good evening, everyone. This is Lieutenant Governor-elect Treasure Richards. I'm from St. George's College, and now it's just both of us. We're hoping for more to join soon.
Thank you very much and welcome. Don't be shy.
Good evening, everyone. I am President Debra Heron from the St. Louis High School Key Club for Girls. I am currently alone, awaiting more members to join in shortly. We are just finished our election process, so I'm sure they will follow in quite shortly.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. President Kijani Williams here from the Kingston College Key Club. I am currently alone, but I'm expecting more members to join.
Thank you very much, President Kijani. Well, if not, I'm going to ask our faculty advisors who are also here with us to say where they are from. I see faculty advisor Joan. I see faculty advisor Heather.
Good evening, everyone. My president, President Adrian from Stats Key Club, posted in the group. He was saying he's the only one here along with myself, and he's hoping for persons to come on shortly.
Okay, thank you very much, Effie Heather.
Good evening, everyone. Faculty Advisor Joan Fraser from Hillel Academy.
Welcome, welcome, Effie Joan. Thank you so very much for being here.
You're welcome.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Glenda Prescott from the Michael University College, Faculty Advisor.
Thank you very much, Effie. Glenda, appreciate it for being here as well.
Good evening, everyone. F.A. Clint Williamson from the Donald Park Technical High School.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Murray from Kingston High School, Faculty Advisor.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here as well.
Good evening, everyone. Janice Allen from Hillel Academy, Faculty Advisor.
Thank you. Well, if not, I want to welcome everyone that who did not have a chance to say where you're from at this time. And I want to also welcome our LG Rosie for being here as well. LG Rosie is a current LG for Division 23 Central, for those who do not know. So welcome, LG Rosie.
Thank you, Prez.
I'll move on to apologies for absence. I want to have one apologies. DP Earl as will not be here with us this evening. He has other commitment. Did you receive any apologies, DLG Willie?
Yes, I did, Paul. I received an apology from Treasurer Orville, as well as an apology for lateness from Ms. Denise McLeod, the faculty advisor of Kingston College. And we have an apology on Roland Ramsey from St. Jude's Key Club. And another one for lateness from Shelley Ann Wynn Buchanan from St. George's College.
Thank you very much, Secretary DLG Willie. We will now move on to the recognition of birthdays and anniversaries, and I call on BP Newton at this time. VP Newton.
I don't see him on the call, President.
Okay. Well, let me just ask if anyone on this platform celebrate birthdays or any special moment do you want to share with us, anniversaries or birthday?
Good night, everyone. The LGD Treasure here again. My birthday is Friday, or first night of Hana. So, guys, just But I want you guys to bring the vibes for DCon if you're going to be attending, just from my birthday. And big up to everybody who is going.
We will be there. We will be there to support our key clubbers.
Yeah. District Administrator Chris Humber will take note, Trey.
I hope so. I hope so. And I hope that he'll take it easy on me too. Just for my birthday.
Heavy fine.
Are there anyone celebrating any birthday or anniversary?
It's your member Clovis Metcalf and his wife's anniversary.
Yes, thank you very much, DLG Gertlin, for that. And without further ado, I will mention the wife of our past chairman. Let me mute this person. Yes, apologies for that disturbance. Yes, our past chairman, the wife of past chairman Carrington, will celebrate her birthday, Elsie Grant, on the 21st of April. And today, in fact, is the wedding anniversary for Kiwanis Clovis and Ermine Metcalf. Ermine is in Kiwanis New Kingston, and it would be good if you could reach out to both of them and convey your best wishes. At this time, we'll take the greetings from our Key Club Jamaica District, our DA Christopher Umber. DA Chris.
Good evening, President Paul. Yes, it's bright and sunny in a rainy day. Once again, I must thank the Kiwanis Club of Kingston for inviting us to bring greetings on behalf of Key Club Jamaica District. The governor could not be here because of unforeseen circumstances, so he sent his apologies. The Key Club this year, without your support, wouldn't be where we are really, especially in the midst of the COVID pandemic. We're coming out of COVID and we are coming back stronger. Most people wouldn't realize that, yes, but we are coming back stronger. Thanks to Kingston Club, we have some very strong clubs growing. We have faculty advisors who we must give kudos to and praises to in this area, in Division 1 and in Division 6, which are sponsored by the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. Without the support from you, President Paul, and your board members, we wouldn't get those clubs active this year. You have really led the way to get these clubs back up in Key Club. And I must say that out of Key Club last year, we have had a president coming up at the Michael University, who is Distinguished Lieutenant Governor Keena Lee. So we have given back to the growth of the organization. One of the plans that I had when I became administrator 5 years ago was to make sure that the Kiwanis line continues. It doesn't stop at Key Club alone, it goes straight into Kiwanis. So brand Kiwanis is being promoted by us. And we thank the Kiwanis Club of Kingston for leading the charge. I must say that because of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, we have a candidate running for governor from one of your sponsored club, probably the oldest club in the island, Kingston College. So President Kijani, he's running for governor, and we see a gentle lady from the St. George's College is the Lieutenant Governor designate. So we'll see what happens, what she talks about being easy on her come this Friday. But thank you, Kiwanis Club of Kingston, for the strong support. DLG Willie, he has led the charge. LGED Desmond, he has been there with us all the way. So I must say thank you again, President Paul. It was great working with you. I hope you will continue in the movement at a higher office sometime.
Thank you very much, DA Chris. And it is so good that we can we are always here to support our SLP, especially our key clubbers, and not only for Kingston Club, but all the clubs, all the sponsoring clubs in Jamaica. I mean, our key clubs mean a lot to us, and the future of Kiwanis or the K family is well secured, having nurture and support our SLPs all throughout the years in their development. So thank you very much, DA Christopher, for those kind words. We'll have a segment on Kiwanis education, and I'm going to call on LGED Desmond to do so.
President Paul, in the interest of time, that was deleted. The next item would be after the greetings from the Christopher, unless you want to invite LG Rosie to say 1 or 2 words. Our next item would be what has been a faculty advisor meant to me.
Okay, thank you very much, DLG Willie, for that intervention. Of course, we will take greetings from our LG Rosie at this time. LG Rosie, over to you.
Thank you, President Paul, and forgive me, I'm going to have my camera off today because I'm in the middle of something else as I speak, but it is good to be here. I looked at what you were planning to do tonight and realized that this is a meeting that I needed to attend. It is always good to be among our SLP members and to actually have conversations about our SLP members. So I'm here tonight, joining with you and the rest of persons from our division and your club, and looking forward to an interesting meeting. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, LG Rosie. We'll now move on with our program, and I'm going to ask FA Clint to do his.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So this is my summarized version of what being an FA means to me. So far, it has been a purpose-fulfilling experience, for we live in an era where most persons will ask, what can I get from this, or how can it benefit me? Now, it is good to be in a position where that I can influence young minds to be passionate about volunteerism, where they see the importance of giving self-service to the benefit of others selflessly, and not thinking about how they can be rewarded in return. And I'm pleased to see how they are passionate about service in terms of the projects that we carry out, sacrificing their lunch money to bring donation, to go on projects and so forth. So it is good to be in a position to help mold young minds to be passionate about giving service without even looking for a reward from it, but just giving and to be a good person overall. It's a blessing to be in a role such as this. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, FA Clint, for that, for those words of telling us what it is meant to be a faculty advisor. But let me ask, how long have you been a faculty advisor?
2 years now.
Okay, that's very good. Very good.
He's at Dunoon.
Dunoon, yes, I see that, DLG Willie. Thanks. I'm going to call on our chairman for our Key Club, Chairman Dr. Andrew Bertner, to give a tribute to our faculty advisor and secretary advisor at this time. Chairman Andrew.
Yes, hi, evening everyone. LG Rosie, President Paul, distinguished Kiwanians and SLP members. Fellow Kiwanians, it's an honor to present this tribute to Key Club and Secretary advisors this evening. The Kiwanis Club of Kingston has had a pretty enviable record of service among its SLPs, and our achievements in this area are no doubt due to not only the mentoring and training that's imparted by our members, but through the tireless efforts and unwavering sacrifice of our faculty advisors, some of whom have served for over 25 years. Many of our Key Clubbers credit Key Club as helping to develop their early communication and leadership skills, and many of us as Kiwanians today can trace our beginnings in leadership to our days in Key Club. And it's due to the success of our service leadership program and the success of the SLP program. The SLP is due to the pioneering work of the club and faculty advisors in this area. So the faculty advisor works closely with the club, is familiar with the school, and acts as a liaison, a bridge between the club and their sponsoring Kiwanis Club, as well as the school's administrators. They play a very important role as he or she provides counsel, makes recommendations, provides information, and guides the club members to give careful consideration and deliberation to the issues at hand. So this afternoon, we wish to honor our current Key Club and Circle K advisors as follows. So I'll read out the schools that are a part of our service leadership program, the faculty advisors that we have on register for them, and the number of completed years of service that they've given. Please, of course, if there's an update to the number of years you've been serving, feel free to let us know at the end of the meeting. And we ask that at the end of the list, you unmute your mics and give a round of applause to our wonderful servants or the faculty advisors, which I mentioned. So for Dunoon Park Technical High School Key Club, we have Miss Aldi Douglas, who has served for 12 years, Mr. Clint Williamson, who is in his second year of service. At Gainsted High School, we have Mr. Sherman McKenzie, who has served for 5 years, and Ms. Shanika Muir, who's in her first year of service. At the Hillel Academy, Mrs. Joan Fraser, who has served 15 years as faculty advisor, and Ms. Janice Allen, who has completed 2 years. For the Kingston College Key Club, we have Ms. Venice McLeod, who has served 30 years, 30 completed years at Kingston College. Kingston High School, Ms. Jacqueline Murray, 3 years. At St. Andrew Technical High School, Ms. Heather Allen has completed 1 full year. And at St. George's College, Mrs. Shelley Ann Wint Buchanan has completed 2 years. At St. Hugh's High School, Mr. Roland McKenzie has completed 21 years of service, and Ms. Renee Beckford has completed 3 years. And for our Circle K at Michael University College, Dr. Glenda Prescott has completed 9 years of service as faculty advisor and continues so. So as a small plaque, I see I mentioned in the chat that for Dunoon Park Technical, we also have Miss Latoya Duval Cousins, who has served for 2 years. Thank you very much, F.A. Aldi, for sharing that. We'll update our records. So these are the persons we wish to honor today, and a small plaque to recognize your dedicated and unwavering support to your Key Club and Circle K will be presented to you all next month at a meeting with all our SLP faculty advisors to mark this occasion. And of course, this will be done in Child's Month. We saw no more fitting of a month to really celebrate these mentors, these guides, these liaisons, as we have it, our faculty advisors. So again, thank you so much for supporting and inspiring our SLP members. God bless.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I'll call on President Orena at this time to give us a poem. President Orena.
Good evening, everyone. Dedication to our faculty advisors. Faculty advisors, or FAs as they are lovingly called, are assigned to Key Clubs and clubbers as mentors, advisors, proxy parents, counselors, and so many other roles and responsibilities. As FAs, you have helped provide us clubbers to direct, and with restriction, freedom, that will not only result in our success, but also in our growth towards independent responsibilities and leadership. F is for faithful, A is for always around, C is for caring, U is for understanding, L is for loving, T is for tender-hearted, Y is for human service, A is for altruistic, D is for dedicated, V is for vigilante, I is for intuitive, S is for service to humanity, O is for organized, and R is for reliable. Thank you, FAs, for your commitment to nation building. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, President Orena. We'll move on to the main item of our program this evening, and I'm going to call an LGD treasurer from St. George's College Key Club to do the introduction of our guest speaker.
Okay, good night, everyone, esteemed guests, Kiwanis members, advisors, SLPs, CKs, and fellow Key Clubbers. I was given the task to introduce to you guys our delinquent guest speaker, and I'll try to bring it across with my best. Andre Palmer is a management consultant with over 14 years experience working with some of the world's most complex organizations in Europe, North America, and the Caribbean. His primary areas of focus include business development, organizational psychology, strategic planning, business transformation, customer experience, change management, and data privacy. Andre spent a significant part of his career working with the business development practice as a senior accountant director at Gartner in the UK, where he was responsible for leading the group's big data and digital strategic portfolio in UK, Denmark, Sweden, Spain, and Portugal. He was relocated to the Global HQ in the United States in 2015 to manage the media and advertising client portfolio in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Prior to Gartner, Andre managed the business development and account management teams at a major business transformation consulting firm in the United Kingdom, where he was responsible for generating revenue for the project program and portfolio management, P3O, areas of the firm, as well as for the OGC accredited risk and change management qualifications. Andre returned to Jamaica in 2017 to join Secretary Consulting, where he is Director of Research and Client Engagement. Andre holds a joint BSc in International Relations and Social Psychology from the University of the West Indies and to the London Metropolitan University postgraduate qualifications in International Law and Organization Psychology from the London School of Economics and Political Science. He also holds professional accreditations in Prince 2, Project Management, MSP, Managing Successful Programs, MOR, Management of Risk, and Neurolinguistics Programming, Change Management, ITIL, and Scrum Master. I present to you, Andre Palmer.
Great, thank you so much, LGD Treje. I hope I got the pronunciation correct.
Almost there, almost.
Almost.
Treasure.
So correct me, tell me how is it pronounced?
Treasure, as in like.
Treasure. Yeah, very unique name. Thank you so much. One of the I left off a very important part of that, and it is I'm a proud graduate of Kingston College. So that should have probably been something that we led with, right? But
I think that is something I should have led with first. Not because I go to the St. George's College, I love that school dearly, but Kingston College.
Yeah, man. North Street United.
Also from my father.
Yeah, good. All right. So LG Rosie, President Paul, fellow Kiwanians, good evening, one and all. And thank you very much for this opportunity to share with you this evening. And I must admit that I was a little bit conflicted when I was asked to present because, you know, I mean, these tasks are always a little bit difficult. What do you talk about? And will people find it interesting? Will people find it useful? Will people find value in what you had to share? And after kind of going back and forth over the weekend, I finally settled on a specific area I want to talk to us a little bit about tonight. I still have about 15 to 20 minutes. I probably won't use all the time, but be patient with me. So that what I want to talk about this evening is being the change that we wish to see. And I know it sounds a little bit cliche and we've heard that before, but just come with me on this journey. So I'll start by telling a little story that some of you may have heard before, and it is a story about 4 people. One was called Everybody, one was called Somebody, one was called Anybody, and the other one was called Nobody. So as the story goes, there was an important job to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry because it was everybody's job, and everybody thought anybody could have done it. But nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it, and it ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done. So the story is a little bit confusing, but the message I believe is very clear, and it is this: no one took responsibility, so nothing got accomplished. And it is a story that plays out in organizations and communities in which we live and serve pretty much every day. People are great at identifying problems and even better at complaining about the things that need to be fixed. But no one, or people generally tend to not be so great at taking action that makes them part of the solution. Think to yourself, how many times in the past month have you seen something that was not quite right? And you thought to yourself, or you probably even said out loud, somebody should do something about that. And I'm sure if we're honest with ourselves, we'll probably admit that it happens more often than we want to admit. So this evening, I'd like to challenge us into believing that we are somebody. And of course, that's obvious, right? You know, we're not inanimate objects. We live, we breathe, we move. We are people. That's not what I mean, though. By believing that you are somebody is you believing that you are significant enough, you are gifted enough, you are worthy enough and smart enough to make a change for the better. We often think that we're not worthy of making a change that is going to be lasting and impactful. And as a result of that mindset or that belief, we sit back and we do nothing. We wait for somebody else to do it. You see, the thing is, when we are members of service organizations in the way that we are members of Kiwanis, we have willingly accepted an invitation to be of service to others. And that means that, unfortunately, we do not have the luxury of just sitting idly by and complaining like everybody else, nor do we have the comfort of just sitting on the sidelines and waiting for somebody to fix that thing that needs to be fixed around us. You are that somebody by being part of that organization. So one of the big problems that we're seeing in the workplace today is the fact that young people and young graduates who just enter the world of work are stuck in the mindset of complaining. I don't want to use terms like millennials and Gen Zers to demonize entire groups of young people. Unfortunately, though, that is how a lot of people show up in society today. They enter the workplace and they don't like something about the working environment. They complain about it. And if it is not addressed, they leave, because the thinking is always that somebody else needs to do something about that problem. I'll share with you an interesting story that I'm currently kind of going through right now. So in my current organization, we are working on a really large project with a Canadian company, which means that we have to drastically increase our headcount. We started the year in 2022 with with 34 vacancies. And most of these vacancies were pitched at young graduates who are just starting their careers. I mean, too often we hear young people say that they're not able to get jobs because employers are asking for years of experience, and it is unfair. And I actually agree that it is an unfair practice. So over the last 3 months or so, I'd say I have interviewed about 200 people. And here is where it kind of gets interesting. Most of the candidates that I've spoken to have these buzzwords on their CVs. They have words like solution-oriented or great problem-solving skills. And whenever I see this on a CV, I always challenge the candidate by asking this question. Describe for me a time when you encountered a problem or solution for which you had to develop describe for me a time when you encountered a problem or a challenge for which you had to develop a solution. And I can tell you that 60 to 70% of all the candidates struggle to identify one such occasion. So it's of course important to describe the things that you can bring to a role and describe the things that you can offer an employer. And great academics is important. And I want to make that clear. But these days, employers are looking for people who will be of value to their organization because of their ability to develop solutions for the challenges that they face. They're really looking for solution-oriented thinkers. So it's one thing to say that on a CV, but it is quite another thing to actually defend that in practice. So how do you make the shift from a problem identifying mindset to one of a solutions oriented thinker? A lot of it really starts with our perspective. It was Kennedy who once said in a speech that he gave, in the Chinese language, the word crisis is composed of two characters, one representing chaos or danger, and the other representing opportunity. And I want that to just kind of sink in for a little while, right? So there are two characters that make up the Chinese word crisis. One really means chaos or danger, but then the other one means opportunity. So by shifting our perspectives, we start to welcome challenges because challenges bring opportunities. Opportunities to be creative, opportunities to engage in wild ideation, opportunities to develop solutions that could be revolutionary. And I'd like to share two examples of young people who saw themselves as somebody. At the age of 12 years old, Shubham Banerjee recognized the hurdles of that blind individuals face with the Braille system. When researching topics for a science fair, he found that the average cost of Braille printer was about $2,000. So he set off to build a new printer with a significantly lower price point. Banerjee built a working prototype out of his Lego Mindstorms robotics kit and a few cheap electrical components. He would stay up late at nights and worked for several weeks, and he finally succeeded in printing 6 dots of Braille. Eventually, his science fair became Braille-Go, which is a low-cost and portable Braille printer that blind people can now use. Popular Science magazine awarded Braille-Go one of the greatest inventions of 2015, and Banerjee was an honored maker at the 2014 White House Maker Fair. The second story is about a 9-year-old called Kylie Simmons. So Kylie was living with cancer, went through chemotherapy, and she identified some issues that plagued chemotherapy patients. During her time in hospital, Kylie's movement was limited due to being connected to a very large IV bag. Kylie told ABC News that she remembered tripping over all of the wires, getting tangled, and having to drag this bag around with her. So she invented a pediatric IV backpack that allows children receiving medical transfusions to move around, and it makes your treatments a little bit more bearable. Kylie was able to raise more than $50,000 to manufacture her backpacks and has been since featured on MSNBC nationally and shows such as the Doctors in the US. Kylie was 9 years old when she created the solution for a problem that she identified. So now I'd like to quickly share with you a simple 4-step approach for bringing solutions to the table. And let's call it PISA. Identifying a problem, implementing, detailing the impact, developing a solution, and applying that solution. So the first step is always problem identification. And problems are great because we get to be present to the fact that something is not working well. And it is from this initial recognition that we have the opportunity to do something about it. I'd like to say to you that there is nothing more dangerous than a problem that goes by unnoticed. It literally is a ticking time bomb. So identifying the problem is a great starting point, and it is a great first step, but this is not the destination. We can't live in the space of the problem. So the second part of the process is for us to describe the impact that the problem is having on us, that the problem may be having on our peers, on our communities, on our families, on our schools, wherever. I mean, ultimately, we want to be able to demonstrate why this is a problem that needs to be solved, and also that it is not just a problem for you. I am sure that each of you knows that one person for whom everything is a problem, right? We're not talking about that in this particular scenario. We're talking about problems that are affecting a number of people. Not to say that a problem that is only affecting one person isn't a problem that is worthy of being solved. Once you can articulate the impact that that problem is having on a group of people, on yourself or on a group of people, we want to move to solution mode. How can this problem be solved? What can I personally do to solve this problem? What resources will be required, and who will need to be on this journey with me in order to make this a reality? So that is kind of where the solution comes in. And the fourth step is where we implement that solution and we monitor. So make sure that the solution that we come up with is workable, and we're able to demonstrate how that is going to solve the problem that we have identified and reduce the impacts that we've also described. Now, it's important, I mean, because we can have these grand pipe dreams, but if we can't implement a solution, then the solution almost becomes worthless. So always ensure that the solution that we come up with can be implemented, and there has to also be some element of monitoring the solution to ensure that it is having the desired impact. I'd like to say that we are blessed and fortunate to live in a world and time in which we have access to technology, we have access to information, we have access to grant funding, we have access to peer communities, we have access to clubs and societies like Kiwanis, we have freedom of speech, we have access to almost anyone through the power of social media. In fact, some will argue that this generation are in the best place possible to really change the world for the better. So I'd like to challenge us this evening. Instead of saying that somebody should do something about that problem, let us see ourselves as that somebody. See yourself as that somebody. Believe that you are significant enough. Believe that you are gifted enough. Believe that you are worthy enough. Believe that you are smart enough to be the change that you want to see. That's all I have. I believe I've done it in 15 minutes, and I hope that you found value in what I had to share. Let's be the solution or the change that we want to see.
Just one thing I wanted to say. Thank you, Andre. But in the bio that we did, that was done. It didn't include the fact that you are a chairman. I didn't want it to not be recognized that you are a member of our club. So we did, that wasn't in it. So I just wanted our audience to know that you are one of our newer members, and we're very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. See you.
Thank you very much, Chairman Andre, for those inspiring words, and that that level of charge that you give to our key clubbers as they go forward Yes. At this time, we have a special item by LG Giselle at this time.
Good evening, everyone. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, we are.
All right, so thank you so much for the opportunity to just present this song as a tribute to our faculty advisors. And I want to say, we know that sometimes life can be challenging, but I am so happy that you decided to continue to press on and to lead these young individuals and help them grow into all the Lord has purpose for them. So this song is a medley and I hope you enjoy it. This life is filled with many struggles. Everywhere you turn, there's something new. This life is filled with so much evil. Jehovah, we need you to tell us what to do. I look to you, I look to you, the author and finisher of my faith. On my faith, I dare you to get up. I dare you to press on. Never giving up. We'll fight this fight of life. In the end, we're victorious. Look to the Father. Look to our King. Look to the one who died for all our sins. Look to, I dare you to get up. I dare you to press on. Never giving up. We'll fight this fight of life. In the end, we're victorious. Look to the Father. Look to our King. Look to the one who died for all our sins. Look to the answers in the mirror. The mirror, in the mirror. Oh yeah. Answers in the mirror. Mirror, in the mirror. Oh yeah. We are the change we want to see. We can change the world. It takes you and me. We are the change we want to see. We can change the world. It takes you and me. So the answer's in the mirror. The mirror, in the mirror. Oh yeah. I dare you to get up. I dare you to press on. Never giving up. We'll fight this fight of life. And then we're victorious. Look to the Father. Look to our King. Look to the one who died for all our sins. Look to, oh, dare you to get up, dare you to press on, never giving up. We'll fight this fight of life. In the end, we're victorious.
Thank you very much, LG Giselle, for that beautiful song. And I'm going to ask and we have another special item. I'm going to ask Giselle to go ahead and share that presentation from Bulletin Editor Brittany from the Dunoon Park Technical Key Club.
Viable is the work that you do. Outstanding is how you always come through. Loyal, sincere, and full of good cheer. untiring in your efforts throughout the year. Notable are the contributions you make, trustworthy in every project you take, eager to reach your every goal, effective in how you fulfill your role, ready with a smile like a shining star, special and wonderful, that's what you are. We never take the time to thank the sun enough for all that it has done for us, for all the light that shines bright around us, for all the warmth and the beauty and love. It just hangs there every day, a sparkle in the sky. We never stop to thank it though, as it goes burning by. I think that our advisors are like the sun. In this way, if no other, we relish in their persistence and bask in their intelligence, but never say so to one another. I am taking this chance to say it loud and proud and true, that I am thankful that you are our advisors and that we get to be mentees to you. Thank you so much for all the work that you have put in throughout the year.
Thank you very much, Giselle, and please convey our thanks to Bulletin Editor Brittany for putting that poem together. But to do the vote of thanks, I'm going to call on President Kijani to do the vote of thanks for our guest speaker and our special item that we just had. So President Kijani, over to you.
Good night, everyone. Apologies for my camera not being on. So good night again, everyone. All protocols observed. I would just like to thank, firstly, our amazing guest speaker. That was just an amazing presentation. As an entrepreneurship student, that charge that we received at the end really spoke to me. Whereas we should always move to find a way in moving our problems which exist in society and being the ones who actually say, okay, I'm going to make the difference. And I just have to say, Fortis forever to our guest speaker. That presentation, it just really spoke to us. And I'd like to also thank our LG, Giselle, for that very wonderfully done special presentation and piece that she did.
President Kijani, are you still there?
I think he's finished.
Yeah, it's finished.
Okay. Okay, we have a certificate of appreciation that we will, I saw it displayed, DP stored.
Yes, yes, it is. We have it. And hold on.
Thank you. President Kijani.
Dear President Paul.
Yes, we have a certificate of appreciation on display here. Could you just read the citation and we'll get it to our guest speaker, our own Chairman Andre.
Okay, thank you, sir. Certificate of appreciation presented to Chairman Andre Palmer in recognition of your contribution to the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, given this 19th day of April, 2022.
Thank you so very much, President Kijani, for that. We'll move on to our notices and announcements, and I'm going to call on Secretary DLG Willie to do so and invite thereafter participants if they wish to provide any notice for upcoming events within their club. Secretary DLG Willie. Over to you. You're muted, DLG Willie.
Okay, I'm muted. Thank you, President Paul. Before I mention the notices, there is a special item that we should put on the agenda and had to do with the nomination election of officers and directors. Of course, members of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston who are present, you know that our election is going to be held on the 26th, which is next week, in fact. And according to Article 12, it says at least 1 week before the annual meeting, at a regular meeting, the club nomination from the floor may be made for any office, and when so made, together with list submitted by the nominating committee, shall then be the list of nominees submitted for election of officers and directors. I'm not aware of any nominations from the floor. However, we do have one matter was brought to our attention at the nominating committee that the director, Eric Malcolm, is in fact an outgoing director. And we have made contact and he agreed to replace Director Eric Malcolm as is the existing Chairman Errol Hamilton. So the slate go forward for next week's election for President-elect Junior Stewart, for President-elect Junior Stewart, for President-elect VP Newton Ramdale, for Vice President, Distinguished Assistant Secretary Stephen Gregg, and the directors are Chairman Orrin Gordon, Director David Hall, Distinguished President David Dalma James, Chairman Errol Hamilton, Director Warren McDonald, and Distinguished President Robinson. And so far as notices, President Paul, just a reminder, I have been asked to send out a notice again just a while ago on the All Island Convention. Now, the All Island Convention has been held from Friday, July the 30th to August 1. Now, there are rates for families that want to spend the weekend at the Bahia Grande, but there is a 1 day on the Sunday where we entitled everything apart from the guest speakers that would be at the convention, and the day pass is $70 US. So if there are any Kiwanians who are interested in going down, please let me know. I so far we have 6 persons interested. We have to register. That means we have to pay the $70 US up front. Just a note, just a reminder, those who want to attend the district convention, which has been held in Fredericton, Nova Scotia from August 19th to 21st, registration is now open, as well as registration for international convention being held in Indianapolis, Indiana. Those are the notices I have, President Paul. I will be sending out email in the morning reminding members of the Interclub opportunities for the next 3 days. That's the notices and Interclubbing opportunities for now. President Paul, over to you again.
Yes, thank you very much, DLG Willie. Are there any other notices and announcement from our participants? I invite you at this time. If not, you can put it in the chat and I will read it. I guess we're having we'll have a quiet week after the Easter holidays. I see one hand is up. President Kino, you may go ahead.
Yes, good evening, Kiwanians and other members of the K family. I would just like to encourage us all to support the Key Club Jamaica Districts Convention from this Friday to this Sunday coming. It promises to be very exciting, and the Key Clubbers are looking forward to seeing the Kiwanians and the Circle K members who are on this call, and even those who aren't present either physically. I'll be there in St. Anne this weekend, and those of us who can join online, I'm encouraging you all to do so and support them where you can. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Kino. Looking forward to this weekend as well with our Key Clubbers.
President Paul, you may want to speak to the health fair on Friday.
Yes, thank you very much, DLG Willie. On the 29th of April, between the hours of 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Kiwanis Club of Kingston and the Kiwanis Club of Cyber Connect will host its annual health fair at the Torrington United Church, and we will send out further details as to the logistics and everything with our members, and our chairman, Dr. Andrew Burtner, is also a part of it. So we are looking to target at least 120 persons within the community, and it promises to be good because it's also an opportunity for us to continue the service to our children and provide them with the required health care and checks just before they go off for their summer holidays. So it is also the home of the Torrington United Church. It's also the home of a basic school, and the club will cater to that population as well as members from the community. So we're looking forward to the support from members of the Kingston Club to be there on Friday the 29th. We'll be serving refreshments, and it promises to be a good event for YCPO and community service.
President Paul, may I just add something?
Yes.
As in respect to district convention this weekend, I understand the registration, that is a face-to-face registration, has not been as good as the district wanted to be. I think currently there are about 81 members who have now registered for a district convention, which is being held this weekend, as President Kino did say, from Friday to Sunday. And registration is also open to Key Clubbers and Kiwanians who want to register virtually. But just to mention, Kiwanians, that President Paul and myself do intend to run down to Monique on Saturday morning, come back up Saturday afternoon, and we spend the day with the children. Hopefully we can find some Kiwanians to go down on the Sunday, which is normally the closing session and the awards ceremony. So fellow Kiwanians, please indicate if you can, if you want to go down to the convention, please let me know that we can pool cars and go down and support our Key Clubbers. So far, we have had a response from a number of our Key Clubbers, and most of them have registered virtually, but there are a number of Key Clubbers who will be there face-to-face. And as District Administrator Chris Humber did say, we are part from Lieutenant Governor-elect Tajay from St. George's College, who will be the LG for Division 1. Kijani, who just moved the vote of thanks, is running as for the position of governor for Key Club Jamaica District 2022-23. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much, Secretary DLG William. At this time, we're moving along with our agenda, and I'm going to ask DP Stewart to give us a thought for the week.
Thank you, President Paul. Just making sure I'm being heard.
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. I just have two short ones today. First one, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And that's a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. And the other one is, if at first you do succeed, try something harder. And those are my two quotes. And that's a John Maxwell quote. Thank you, President Paul.
Thank you very much, Adi. Well, all good things must come to an end. It has been a great meeting, and I want to thank everyone that took the time out this afternoon, this evening to be here with us, and to our faculty advisors as well for continuing serving the children of the world and to be that liaison with our Kiwanis family. I'm going to ask that you raise a toast to Kiwanis International and to Jamaica Land We Love. This meeting of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston is now terminated at 8:17 p.m. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a question targeted to Mr. Humber. Some
Yes.
of the key clubbers are asking, when is registration Friday? What time?
DA Christopher?
Madam Lieutenant Governor will speak offline. For that registration, people should arrive at the convention at 3 p.m. Only vaccinated persons will be allowed on the compound. So whether you're visiting or wherever, you must be vaccinated.
Okay.
So at
thank
3
you.
p.m., registration will begin.
Okay.
And
so
an
that
email will be going out to the schools about it. So look out for the email a bit later. But this is a Kiwanis meeting. I won't take up their time.
DA Christopher, please remind them to carry their cards. God, they will say they're vaccinated and we don't have the cards.
We have the cards already. They have to upload the cards online already.
I'm talking those visiting.
Yeah, those visiting arrangements would be made, but this is a Kiwanis meeting. I'm not taking up much of President Paul's time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. It's a valid question, DA Chris, because I know we're all going down there as well, and we just need to know the protocols in advance. So but thank you very much for sharing that with us, and we await further communication there.
Okay, President Paul, what will be required? You'll have to sign the Kiwanis waiver to come on the compound. You'll be tested, sprayed. At least your temperature will be taken. You'll be sprayed to come on the compound. You must provide your vaccination card to say that you're vaccinated to be allowed on the convention site.
You're saying I'm talking about my vaccination card?
Yes, or send a copy of the vaccination card, because that is what is needed to register to come to the convention.
Okay, we'll speak further on that, DA Christopher.
Okay, sir.
DA Chris, DLG Willie here. Can you just give, for the benefit of the Kiwanis present and some other, just a brief summary of what's going to take place on Friday, and then Saturday night closing with a closing session on Sunday, if you don't mind, please.
Okay, DLG Willie, on Friday evening, we're having the guest speaker, former member of Key Club, Miss Jamaica Universe, Dana Suarez. She'll be the guest speaker for the Friday evening. On Saturday, we go into a full training session, because it is really the first training of the year for the incoming Key Club boards. So the presidents will be training secretary treasurer how to conduct a meeting, how to deal with in COVID. We are courting 2 banks on Saturday, because we want to have a situation where the key clubs now think about having accounts, whether personally, and how to deal with their financial structure, because we find that a lot of kids nowadays are not saving money. So we're going to tackle that. We're going to have situations where the kids will have certain scenarios to deal with on how to run a club effectively. So that will be both face-to-face and online. Saturday evening, we go into the talent contest and the oratorical contest. So far, online representation has been made by Dunoon Park Technical already. I've seen that with the judges already, but the others might be doing it live at the convention. Sunday, we will have the House of Delegates where they will go in and vote for and hear the speeches rather of those who were nominated on the Friday night for the position of governor and the position of district secretary treasurer. And also Sunday, it will be the award section. That's when we'll award the key clubs who will be the distinguished club. This year we have the Lloyd Distant Trophy, which will be handed out for the best key club in the island. We have from your club trophy dedicated to Mike Enriquez for the Major Emphasis Award. We also have the Single Service Award trophy, which will be handed out along with the oratorical winner and the talent contest winner. So we will be doing that, plus giving out the distinguished awards to the distinguished clubs and the distinguished club diamond level awards. That's it from me, DLG Willie.
Thank you, dear Chris. Now, the Kiwanis who may have not registered by now, there is a link to register, right?
Yes, there is a link. I will send it to you again, DLG Willie.
Right,
They can
please do. And
register
I'll
for
certainly, because I know who they are, so I can just send it to them direct tomorrow so they can register quick. Thanks,
no problem.
Thank you.
Yes. I see LGED Desmond has his hand up.
Thank you, President Paul. As we have key clubbers on, and more so from those that are sponsored by the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, are you able to say anything at this time about the key club debating competition? President Paul?
No, not at this time, LGED Desmond. We have Andre Palmer. Andre is still on.
Yes, I am still on. I'm still on, President Paul. I was just talking with Chairman Andrew in a private chat about it. So we have had to recast the timeline for the competition. We wanted to start in March, but there were some extenuating circumstances, and those are largely to do with just my own, I guess, delay. So I take responsibility there. So we're just now in the process of, let me just recasting the timelines, and the communication will come out, if not towards the end of this week, then early next week around what that's going to look like. There are only 8 schools in this zone, and of the 8, I believe 6 had indicated a willingness to participate. So it will be a really short competition. I don't want to necessarily say that that's a good thing, but it means that we're able to get through the rounds relatively quickly once we get started.
Thank you, Chairman Andre.
Yep, no problem.
Well, that's it. DP Stewart, it's your time now.
Chairman Paul.
Yes, P. Junior.
Good night. I have been on